sun up to sun up, you know how we do it. Grind till it hurts.
With time, throws. High Boykin at the 45-yard line. Notre Dame takes the handoff and takes off. Williams on the run, all the way for a touchdown. Witcher hangs on. Touchdown Notre Dame. Nick Witcher. Was a net. Good night. Costello hazy through, and it's knocked down, brought down by Chase Claypool. Julian Love gets a hand in there and knocks it away. Costello hit by Kareem and brought down. Costello will go down for the third time. Tillery gets him again. Throws, end zone touchdown by Chase Claypool.
Is having a night. And the pass is intercepted. Love gone. Touchdown. Claypool. Touchdown. Boykin. Happy New Year. Dalen Hayes sneaks him out of bounds. So reverse it. Dug out through Tranquil.
And welcome to Inside Notre Dame Football, presented by TireRack.com. Along with former Fighting Irish quarterback Evan Sharpley, I'm Darren Pritchett. The Fighting Irish are 5-0. They defeated Stanford 38-17, and they are undefeated 5-0 for the first time since 2014. Evan, when you think about the Irish offense today, 550 yards of total offense, the running game very good, and it's the return of Dexter Williams, and it comes at a great time because Jafar Armstrong did not play today due to injury, and Tony Jones Jr. got injured during the contest.
Darren, once again, great balance from this offense, but Dexter Williams, we saw his explosives very early on in the game, was able to score a touchdown. His presence was felt very early and did a great job of helping bring some balance to this offense.
KJ Costello, the Stanford quarterback, did not have much fun today.
No, if you look at what this Notre Dame defensive line was able to do, Khalid Kareem, Jerry Tillery, that whole front seven, but if you can pressure a quarterback with just a four-man rush, it's a game changer for any defense, and Notre Dame was able to do that today.
Notre Dame Stadium rocking with the Irish and Stanford squaring off. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. This is the 33rd all-time meeting between these two schools. Notre Dame has a 19-13 victory advantage. Bryce Love, Heisman Trophy candidate, tried to get the running game going early. He was stopped by Julian Okora. And then it's Drew Tranquil with a pass breakup. The Irish get the football for the first time, and it is Ian Book finding Miles Boykin 19 yards to the Stanford 44.
What a great throw here, stepping up in the pocket, good rhythm, good timing, puts this where only Miles Boykin can catch it. And this is really the type of passing we saw all day from Ian Book.
Dexter Williams' first carry of the year. It was memorable. 45 yards for the touchdown, and Notre Dame has a 7-0 lead.
I would say a great job by the offensive line here, but this really is Dexter Williams. Making a couple of guys miss. Arm tackles aren't going to get it done, and we see 6 on the board for number 2.
Great start to the season for Dexter Williams. Stanford, though, had an answer, and it was Bryce Love getting the carry, and he took it the distance. 39 yards for the touchdown, and just like that, we were tied at 7.
There's a reason why this guy's pretty good. We see it right here. They had their hands full on the offensive or defensive line here with Bryce Love. But overall, for 4 quarters, we're able to battle it out.
Irish go with the hot hand. Dexter Williams, 18 yards to the Notre Dame 44-yard line. Then Stanford with the rush 3, drop 8. Book looking around, no one open, decides to run and picks up 9 yards, and he gets into Stanford territory. On 4th down, Book put it in the air, and coming down with a catch, Cole Kmet, 19 yards for a first down. 3rd down from the Stanford 6, play action, Book to Nick Wisher for the touchdown. It's Book's 4th passing touchdown of the year.
We've seen this back-to-back weeks now, pop pass as part of their red zone package.
Then it's Book to throw again, running around. Before he gets to the line of scrimmage, he fires into the end zone, and a touchdown to Chase Claypool.
Book has a great feel for the pocket here, is able to flow a little bit. If you watch his hips, throw it across his body, but puts it only where his receiver can catch it. Another touchdown.
Fighting Irish led 21-14. Stanford tried to put some points on the board before halftime. Jerry Tillery put a stop to that. He records the sack, and the Irish go to the locker room leading Stanford by a score of 21-14. And Evan, the first half stats show pretty good offensive balance for Notre Dame.
Yeah, you look at what this offense was able to do, 307 total yards. Good balance between the rush and the pass, 16 total first downs. The third down conversions weren't there, but that was because they were moving the football pretty well.
Halftime score, Notre Dame 21, Stanford 14. We'll check out the second half highlights coming up next on Inside Notre Dame Football.
Inside Notre Dame Football is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by Vivid Seats, Canon, Xfinity, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and SiriusXM.
And welcome back to Inside Notre Dame Football, along with former Fighting Irish quarterback Evan Sharpley. I'm Darren Pritchett. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two schools decided by one score. What would happen in this installment? At halftime, it was 21-14 Notre Dame. Let's check out the second half highlights from Notre Dame Stadium. Dexter Williams got off to a fast start in the first half. He kept it rolling in the second half. He picked up 6 yards on his first carry to the Notre Dame 30-yard line. Then he picks up 8 more to get the football down to the Notre Dame 38-yard line. Ian Book, another solid day throwing the football, rolling right and finds Chris Fink 16 yards to the Cardinal 45. Justin Yoon would line up a 37-yard field goal, and it's good. Notre Dame 24, Stanford 14, 8:07 to go, third quarter. KJ Costello trying to bring back the Cardinal, but he's under pressure. That was one of the stories of the day. This time it was Julian Okora.
Another 4-man rush here. Again, if you can get it done with 4 guys, it helps that backside of the defense out quite a bit.
Good game for special teams. Chase Claypool is special. The pressure continued. Costello goes down. It's Jerry Tillery with the sack, his second of the night. And then Bryce Love is brought down by Julian Okora. This would be Love's final carry of the game. He left with an injury. Ian Book going back to work, 10 yards to Miles Boykin for a first down, and then 14 yards to Chris Fink for another Fighting Irish first down.
Rhythm, timing, placement, very accurate all day, over 70%, again, completion percentage. He's putting the ball where he needs to.
Third touchdown pass of the game, Book to Boykin, 8 yards for the score, and Notre Dame had a 31-17 lead over Stanford. The score would change rather quickly as Costello goes back to throw, intercepted by linebacker Tavon Coney.
What I loved here moving forward then is Notre Dame's offense was very aggressive following this interception. Great break on the ball here. You have a chance to put this game away, and that was exactly what the Notre Dame offense did.
Ian Book to throw, and throws across the field to tight end Alize Mack. He's all by himself, 35-yard touchdown, 2 scores in 14 seconds.
Yeah, this has got to be pretty fun. I'm sure this is something deep in their playbook, something they saw they could take advantage of. Alize Mack wide open, and Notre Dame's able to deliver.
Irish up 38-17, and then Jerry Tillery, his third sack of the night. How about number 4 on the next play? 4 sacks for Jerry Tillery. The team had 5, and Notre Dame closes out Stanford 38-17. Notre Dame is a 5-0 football team heading to Blacksburg next Saturday. The final stats from the ball game: 550 yards of total offense for Notre Dame, 229 for Stanford.
Yeah, great job of ball possession here, over 34 minutes of total possession time. You know, they were able to do it on the offensive side, but what really impressed me was what this defense was able to do. You saw, you get counted up, 4-man rush, able to get pressure on KJ Costello. That was the big game changer in my mind, was what this defense was able to do for 4 quarters.
The Fighting Irish are 5-0. They beat Stanford 38-17. Stick around, more Inside Notre Dame Football is coming up next.
We are in Coach Kelly's locker room right after Notre Dame's impressive victory over Stanford. You may hear some of the music in the background. A very happy locker room, and deservedly so.
They worked for this. They prepared very hard. the second half was ours. We owned the second half, and that's about physicality, that's about conditioning, and that's about a mindset that we've created with this football team. And I'm proud of our leadership, I'm proud of all of our coaches, but most importantly, our players chose to make that happen tonight, and it was great to see.
There are so many people that we can talk about. We have to start, not necessarily finish, but start with Dexter Williams. I mean, here is a guy who, even throughout this week, had a couple of guys in front of him. You knew he was going to play. You wanted to ease him back in. Circumstances didn't let you do that.
Yeah.
He scores a touchdown the first time he touches the ball and ends up with a career high.
Pretty good start for him. He had to have a burning desire to stick with this and hang in there, even though he had some adversity. He showed some grit and maturity. So I'm really, really happy for him.
When you talk about a program, guys get better in programs, and that's what your guys are doing. And Miles Boykin made a name for himself in the bowl game, but he still wasn't your leading receiver even after that coming in. But boy, is he stepping up with a career game here tonight.
It was a beautiful game to watch because it wasn't your typical throw the ball down the field, let him go up. He was in short spaces, catching slants. He was doing things that complete receivers do. He was blocking, showing leadership on the sideline. It's for me as a head coach, it's great to see that because he puts in the time as well, and the effort is starting to pay off. And this young group, in a sense, young in terms of not a lot of playing time, is starting to come together. It's nice to see.
You've been saying for 2 years you had two quarterbacks, so not a surprise that Ian Book is playing well, but still, this was only his third start.
Right.
And he commanded this game against a defense that did get to pressure him at times.
The thing that he did so well is he took care of the football. The times that we have struggled against Stanford, we've turned the football over, and it's taking care of the football. The year we didn't, we lost here. So I think Ian deserves all the credit in showing great patience and great discipline in taking care of the ball.
Another team effort by the defense, but three guys, Coney, who's a playmaker with the big interception, but also Bilal and Tillery may have played the best games of their careers.
Well, Bilal really was running to the football, and he was in a position that he could make some plays for us from sideline to sideline. Did some really good things for us, and the way Drew Tranquil came in there after the hand injury, where we think he broke his hand and it got set, and he comes back the next series, just shows an incredible passion to want to play, and really proud of all those guys.
And when you talk about Tillery, just a young man who's always had tremendous potential, but wasn't quite getting there.
Right.
He seems to be there.
Well, one of the reasons why he came back is that we felt like if he could really work on his pass rush, that he could elevate himself high in the draft, help us win a championship here, and help yourself. Tonight is one of those nights that goes down as pretty good decision, Jerry, because he's worked so hard physically on his body, but also Mike Elston's done a great job of helping him with his pass rush. And tonight, I think he showed everybody that he is a force inside.
You've had a theme every week, and this week's really was consistency. Don't be distracted, but play complete football for the entire game. And clearly you did it. When's the last time you had a team that really dominated a good team and pulled away in the second half the way your team did tonight?
It's been, I don't know that we've had a performance against this number 7th ranked team in the country like this. It's the first one since I've been here at Notre Dame. So I would consider this as probably the best victory as it relates to complete victory from start to finish, and that's our players. They controlled this game from start to finish.
Dalen Hayes had 3 tackles today, and he's standing by with Tony Simeone.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Dalen Hayes after Notre Dame's victory over Stanford. Dalen, we were just talking about it before we came on the air. First time you guys have beat Stanford since 2014. How does it feel for you and the rest of the guys in the locker room?
Man, this is a special, special win. I think this is the highest ranked game since 1995 or one of the two. But, man, what a surreal feeling, man. First time for these guys, myself included, and I think the senior class first time beating Stanford. So, man, this is a special win. This is a special win, and, hey, you know what I'm saying? The good guys came out on top, so.
You guys were able to get to the quarterback quite a bit tonight. Up front, the defensive line had a lot of success. What were you guys able to do to get to the quarterback so well?
We knew we had we found out their tendency for run and pass downs. We had a tendency give, so we came into the game with the aggressive mindset on when we were going to play fast and good ideas and working together. And, man, we see 9-9 came out with 4 of them things, man. So that's insane. But, yeah, man, we were able to pick up on some tendencies and be able to really be effective in the pass game.
You mentioned Jerry. Also, Talon had a big interception. Drew Tranquil was all around the ball tonight. Just talk about some of the older guys in this team and how they maybe led the defense so far this year.
Man, they've led the defense with great examples. You know, just with their level of play, they bring it every day. And that's all you can ask, man, as a younger guy. Watching our captains, watching our senior class go out and do what they came here to do, really, man. It really it fires us up. They keep us fired up, and it makes us want to elevate our game as well.
You guys haven't allowed more than 17 points yet here at home this season when you've been at Notre Dame Stadium. What has allowed you guys to have so much success at home in front of these crowds?
Man, we just believe that the defense is the strength of this team, and we want to prove that each and every time. So, you know, I think we held Love to under 80 yards rushing. So I think that was one of our keys. We got to the quarterback, we threw him off his mark. That was another thing that we had to do. And the 50-50 balls, man, we had to come out on top with those things. So it was a big time win, and our defense takes pride in being the heart and soul of this team. So it lives and dies with us.
It seemed like you were about a half step away a couple of times tonight. When are we going to get one from you?
Man, so, man, just got to keep working, man. Just keep working. Just winning those one-on-one battles. And listen, as long as we come out on top, that's all that matters.
We can look ahead a little bit now. Virginia Tech next weekend, a huge road test. I know you guys had a great performance last weekend against Wake, but obviously a hostile environment down in Blacksburg. What are you guys going to have to do to get ready for that environment?
Just take the same mindset that we've taken with every other game this year. You know, it's another game, faceless opponent, and we just have to go out and play our game and play hard, play fast, finish, and we'll come out and we'll get similar results.
Dalen, congrats on the win and best of luck next week.
Thank you.
Loss of 10, 2nd and 20. They're at him again. Tillery got him again. Oh, my goodness. What a performance by Tillery.
It's time for the Tire Rack question of the week. This week's question comes from Kyle McMahon from Boston, Massachusetts. Coach, how long does it take to recognize that a player has a chance to be exceptional?
Well, I think it's depending upon the position. So if you're an offensive lineman, that physicality that is necessary takes time. So that usually is a position that requires more time and patience. But a wide receiver, that skill set, the catch and the run and the burst, you can see that right away. So I think it's really dependent on what position. But if it's a skill player, you can see right away.
I started playing football in 5th grade. My fondest memory of being that young was just seeing all my friends wear their jerseys to school, and I would get jealous. And I'm asking my parents, like, why I can't play football. And then I started off as a running back. I was a running back all the way until high school. When I got to high school, the first day I was a running back, and then after the second day I switched immediately to receiver. I was like, I'm too tall for this. The passion that's here at Notre Dame is unlike anywhere else. During the walk from the Goog over to the stadium, seeing the joy on people's faces, they're truly excited to just watch you play on that stage. My mom comes to every single game, even though I try to tell her not to when she got to take a flight out, take off her work. My dad makes it to all the home games. My brother makes it to all the home games, and I'm truly grateful to have a family like that, just to be supportive of me and what I'm doing. Singing the alma mater after the game and looking up into the students' faces while they're swaying back and forth is just something that's really special for me. My Notre Dame mindset is a dominant mindset. In everything that you do in life, I had a dream that I was going to graduate from here and go to the NFL, and that's what we do here. We graduate, win national championships, and go to the NFL.
For Evan Sharpley, I'm Darren Pritchett. Thank you for joining us for Inside Notre Dame Football, presented by TireRack.com.
Inside Notre Dame Football is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by Vivid Seats, Canon, Xfinity, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and SiriusXM.